Hi, Pep. Messi. First off, look, just start with the game itself, I suppose. You previously talked about Arsenal very respectfully being the best team in the country right now. So how important is this game to show them and the rest of the country how good Manchester City are?
Well, it's different competitions. The FA Cup is a final. And of course, more than Arsenal, I would say, to prove ourselves, how is our level against, as you said, when the team make 50 points in one leg, it's because have been the best, and they are. So we have to prove ourselves how far away or how close we are, and the best way to notice is perform our best level. Otherwise, against the team in that moment, right moment, will be difficult.
Mikel Arteta's had some very nice things to say about you in the build-up to this game, but he also admits he'd rather not come up against you in the title race because obviously you're so close. Is that something you share, and what have you made of him in this season?
I'm not suspicious. I said all my comments about Mikel when he was here and in the first seasons, like even won titles. The expectation like Arsenal demand, because he's one of the most important clubs in England. So I'm not suspicious. I know my opinion then, not now, because it's 50 points. So I had the feeling, I said many times, we knew it, that when he was here, his ability, capacity and everything, and I think it's the biggest compliment for Arsenal as well. So for the hierarchy, for the sport director, for the club, for the back in the bad moments, trust him, keep him, and rely on him. And all the decisions have made that it was internally, I guess, was not easy because important figures were dropped. And to do this, had to be the people above to you to support you, and that's happened. And that's why, at the end, you need time, you need investment, because they did it a lot, and the capability of the results are there. So, and it's a challenge for us. Challenge them. So, and this is the deal for this season.
I know you previously told us about letting Alexander Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus go to Arsenal in the past, but given how much respect and how much you value Mikel Arteta as a coach and the direction you saw Arsenal going, has there been any times you've gone, oh, maybe we shouldn't have let them go to Arsenal, and maybe it wasn't the best decision?
Why not? Because they are winning. My friend, it's easy going. Alex and Gabriel have been amazing with us. I have incredible respect as a persons first and after football players. And of course we want to beat them, but all the success they have and they have families and it's going well. I'm more than delighted. If it's happened, it's because the players, both clubs, would agree with that, and that's all. So many times Alex maybe could leave and say, no, I want to stay, and he stayed. And this was not the case this case, and Gabriel the same, and we would agree because it's a lot of years, and they knew a new challenge, and the clubs, the Arsenal wants him. It's happened in natural way. So, and if it's going well for them, congratulations. So you have to try to, to beat them and be close to them in the next weeks, tomorrow, of course, in the next weeks, in the season, and the seasons in the future.
Pep, why did you choose Mikel to come and work here? He didn't have any coaching experience at the time. What made you think that?
Well, we were in touch before. I have Lorenzo Bonaventura, like he's maybe the closest friend, because we started together first month in Barcelona, and he knows really, really well Mikel, and I knew him a little bit, but not much like Loren. And after we make a conversations, and he said, I would like to work together, and I can help you because I know the Premier League perfectly. I know all the managers. I remember that the first game we played, I think, was against Sunderland, and we played against David Moyes. It was in that moment, now West Ham. And I said, I know him quite well. I was in Everton. He do this, he do that, the strategies, set pieces. And after, the 15 minutes, half an hour, and more than that, I said, yeah, he's the man. He's the guy. He can help me to, to anticipate. At the end of the Premier League, you have to know him sooner or later. But if you have someone like, anticipate the knowledge about what does it mean going to a Stoke City away or go to, every stadium, a guy who has been many, many years here, a part of that, so we start to go together. And always I said, I don't know what was my part of him, but his influence on me was great, was massive, was so important to become a better manager.
What was the relationship like? Because you were his boss. Clearly he wanted to become a manager and has become a manager, but how did the dynamic work? Was he brave enough to tell you when he thought you were wrong? Or I said
many times to the players, all my staff, because I had many assistant coaches since I arrived, that I don't want anyone who knows to be with me. So, and I felt that as soon one team could, offer him to be a first manager, he will leave. So he could, I think, happen years before, 1 or 2 years before. It didn't happen what happened, and I'm not a guy to say, no, you have to stay with me. So everyone has the dreams. Everyone has. And I know he went to the team, his club, the team he dreams of. So he's, I think, a supporter for Marcel, for the fact he played there, was a captain there, and he loves the club. I remember that when we were together here, when we scored a lot of goals with our opponents, always he jumped and celebrated, except one team. In one team, every time I scored a goal, I jumped, come back, he was sitting there. It was Arsenal. So in that moment, I said, oh, that guy likes Arsenal, and yeah, it's what it is. So it's like me. I'm training here, wherever, assistant coach, and Barcelona call me. I will go to Barcelona. It's my club, So, and that I'm not the person to say, no, you stay here with me, have a contract, you have to stay with us because you know it. So people have to fly when he believes it's the best for them. In the players, I said many times. So they are not happy, they have to leave because the life is too short, especially for the players, to spend time in a place like you believe treat you bad, or it's a bad place, or you don't like it, or whatever. So, where it is.
Pep, I think last week when you were talking about the tactical adjustments the team needed, you said they were your fault. Even, I don't know, not communicating to the players that, well, you were responsible for that. Before that, in the years before that, while the team was winning games and trophies, you've said many times that the manager's responsibility on that was little. Why is it that when the bad results, you are responsible?
Because my duty is to get results, to seduce the players to perform as much level as possible to win games. So I don't like I don't feel like it's going bad. It's because they don't run. I don't feel and appoint someone. If I don't want excuses for my players, for the staff, for everyone, I cannot show the excuses for myself. First, what happened in my career since the day one is look myself first. And since then, because we lose, I point you, we lost. With benefit, I said, we lost for you. We lost. It's the past. It's not going to help me to win or improve. Just look myself and see the other ones, where I encourage them to look themselves. And when they are unhappy, for many reasons, the only way is perform better. Thinking the past is the past. Because what happened in the past is the past. We got already the salaries for what we have done in the past. We get the salary, what to do in the future. We extend the contract, we're going to do in the future. Now we're in the past. The past is done.
So when you perform well, it's only your duty, nothing else?
The well is because at the end I have to take decisions, before. Of course the players are there, but I prefer to make me feel responsible for that in the bad moment. So I'm not going to say the players you do good or bad. So of course they perform, they are the artists and they make all the decisions they made. But the good ones and the bad ones, but that is a part of the business.
Do James and then up to Andy, please, Ali.
Hi, Pep.
It was suggested a few times when Mikel was here that he might be an ideal successor to you here. Was that ever a possibility given your age or obviously your commitment to this place? Was it just I suppose, timing, that could never happen?
Well, I'm pretty sure if I would have left before and he would be here, he will be the best. Absolutely. But I extend the contract, I'm sorry. And he didn't wait. So could not happen, but definitely.
And you say that you credited Arsenal for the patience they showed during the difficult times. Was there ever a point where you feared for him? Because, of course, for a young manager, if they cut him loose,
No.
then...
Not because I know him, how he works, how he's able to seduce the board, the hierarchies, the sport directors, the players. And, of course, the decisions is not tough. And because normally the sport directors see every day training session, see the managing the training session in the locker rooms, in the how they solve the problems, how they handle the good moments, but how they behave in the bad moments. And I think this is the decision the clubs have to see, not the results. Results, of course, is important, but I have to see how is this managed daily, day by day. And we knew it that Mikel is good, and that's why. But it's not easy because in the big clubs you need results immediately, otherwise, and because I think the big success of the club Arsenal at the moment is come back in the position like in the past 90s, always was there. It's not winning one title. It's come back for the way they wanna behave. It just needs time. Really needs time. It's almost they change 3/4 of the squad or half of the squad, a lot. Important players again come in. Now they are active again in the winter transfer. Will be in the summer transfer. So it's not come from one day for the other one. So sometimes you need more time than you expect. But I think he rely on the club and the club rely on him, and that's why the rest is the result that they have. But in the same time, I think as a club, as a team, we need this type of challenge already after win and the other one. That doesn't mean it's going to catch them or going to be, I don't know right now. I have to adjust a few things, but this is the challenge. That's why it's nice. It was all at the time was Liverpool last season. Now it's Arsenal, and welcome Newcastle, and of course other clubs. There are a lot, to fight for titles, for qualify for the Champions League next season.
Yeah. Hi, Pep. Can I just check on Phil Foden's foot injury? How is he?
He's getting better.
Is he in contention to?
I have
play
trained
Friday?
this afternoon.
And how's everybody else?
Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Pep. Mikel, who's obviously a good friend of yours, is very animated on the touchline, and you can be a passionate man, when the game's going on. So might you say to yourself, I'm going to calm myself a little bit in this game in case it's like a flashpoint, the sort of fisticuffs with your friend, just to make sure there's no falling out in the heat of the game?
I don't know. It can happen everything in the touchline in the moments of the game. I don't know. I teach him few things, but this he came from himself, mom and dad. So his character in that it was already here. So it's not. I think Miguel is not. But I know him. So we were together. The time we were together, I had the feeling that that what he's doing is not fake. It's him. So we were making a training session in the games, always was complaining, referees and whatever. Yeah, being assistant coach. So it's what it is. So after that, I'm not judged. So everyone is everyone, and sometimes I behave as well in this way. So.
Do you think the criticism from some of his behaviour is because sort of Arsenal are the sort of the new team challenging, and so there's a little bit of not jealousy, but Jurgen Klopp, for example, does it?
Absolutely.
It's fair? Yes.
When you can catch the top of the league, they have to underestimate you for another reason. And they are doing it right now. So I know quite well this situation.
You've often said that Liverpool are the biggest challenges or rivals that you've had in your managerial career. Can Arsenal not fill that void, but are they here to stay with the manager they've got, the young squad they've got, the way they play? Are they here to stay and challenge you long term, in your view?
I don't know.
But in your view, do you see?
I don't know. No, because the situation is changing a lot. How are they going to react after win just in case they win titles? Will be the same players, will be the same manager. The new players are coming, they're going to play. The players who won the titles now, oh, now I don't play. I had that role, now I have this role, new role. So it's different. Handle it when you didn't win, after when you win, and there are many, many things. They have the potential as a club, as a manager, as a potential sustainability, economically, finances can do it, yeah. It's going to happen, I don't know. Not even knew when I arrived here after the first season we didn't win, the second we won, and I didn't know. Not even now, I don't know tomorrow. So imagine talking about Arsenal in the future. I don't know. What I know from my experience, we are not the same. I'm not the same when I arrive. The players are not the same when I arrive. So everyone changed because the good things, the bad things happen, make an influence in our lives, in our decisions and everything. So that's why, I don't know.
I know you said you have no regrets at Mikel going to Arsenal, a rival club, and Gabriel and Alexander going there. But do you think the fans will feel the same way if Arsenal win the title and potentially knock you out of the FA Cup?
How many fans we have?
I don't know, thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Thousand. I had to speak in everyone to know exactly the opinion of them. I don't know the opinion of the fans.
I'm just asking your opinion. Do you think?
No, I don't know the opinion of the fans. Honestly, I would like to know it, and maybe I will behave, but I don't know. So for the fact that one person read one sentence in the newspaper or in the podcast or wherever, that doesn't mean it's the reality of the fans things. I'm pretty sure they are the light for Gabriel and Alex has done with us. The light. So, but it's happening live. So
and
players.
No regret about the club hierarchy at letting Mikel go if he wins the title.
But it's the same. Mikel want to leave. When I want to say, put a chain here. No, you don't leave. So,
to a direct rival, isn't it?
but why? So Mikel is leaving. I'm so happy for him because I have him massively respect. But maybe this question the previous season when they didn't win, why you leave Mikel leave? Now it's easy because I have 50 points. It's before you have to tell me why Mikel leave when didn't win, we not qualify for the Champions League or we're not there. Tell me then, not now because leaving. It's the same person, the same manager, the same everything. I'm sorry, but I'm a completely different person than many other clubs. So I don't want people, so friends of mine or people there, they have dreams to achieve or they want to do it there. Who I am to avoid them? Who I am? I'm not. Because after this guy cannot behave the best of he can. As simple as that.
Hi, Pep. You're going to play Arsenal 3 times in 3 months because the fixture list in the middle of a title race. You'll have seen before with the Barcelona Madrid games, the games against Liverpool, when you play each other in that short of a time, things carry over from one game to the next. Does that make tomorrow a bigger game than just an FA Cup 4th round game in terms of what it means for the Premier League and the title?
Well, we play a few times against Arsenal from Mikel, but this year is completely different. I have to admit it because they are in the level right. So it's true that the Premier League will be short in next year. The 3rd game at home will be still many things going to happen. So yeah, tomorrow we'll see how we behave against them. We'll see.
Do you think it can give you an advantage if you win though, going into that game at the Emirates in 2-3 weeks? Is it, mentally for the players, does it show, and even for the Arsenal players, does it show them that City are coming for you?
We can win the game being much worse than them, and we can lose the game being much better than them. So we'll be different in Emirates, and we'll be different, because of course tomorrow we play, we see what they do, they will see what we do, and I'm pretty sure the second one we have to change something, players or different the way we play, or maybe they do something I don't expect, or maybe we do something they don't expect. So I don't know. So he knows our players quite well because I've been here. I know Alex and Gabi, no more than that, and we'll see.
Hi, Pep. Not looking at the results. If you sort of watch an Arteta team or a Vincent Kompany team, what sort of emotions does that stir up for you? Given that they are people that you've worked with in the past, but have gone on to sort of blossom as coaches.
What Arsenal does, Mikel, belongs exclusively to him. And Bini, what has done in Burnley, I'm so happy for him, and hopefully next season can be in the Premier League, because Bini deserves the best. belongs absolutely to him and the staff and the players. The influence in Arsenal's success, 0-0.
But there's an influence on how they view the game and how they manage. I mean, they've said it. They call
I
it
have to ask them.
inspirations. But how does it make you feel?
I
when
don't
you
know the
see-
influence for the other people. I don't know the influence in this marvelous press conference we have every 3 days. So I don't know the influence. I don't know the opinion of them. The same with the fans. I don't know them. So the fans think about that. Sure. Do you know exactly what the fans from Manchester City think about any subject? I don't know. So it's the same. So I don't know the influence I had for both, and I try to do my best. If I know the influence Bini had on me, for example, and lead as a captain. I had the influence on Mikel, assistant coach. The many things he advised me and gave me. I know, but I don't know what I gave it to them. I don't know. They should answer. I cannot.
Well, they both called you an inspiration.
Sorry, they are.
They called you their inspiration.
So good. I don't know. Honestly. Oh, if you send me the fullback inside with Alex, we start together doing here. Yeah. They play in the pockets with Xhaka and yeah. They play wingers higher than the midfielders players like us. Yeah. But all the methodology, the process with the character, mentality, set pieces, 1,000 million things that football belongs to them. They belong zero to me. I'm not there since 52 years old. My age, I've never been in Arsenal. So yeah, one day. Yeah, was 2 days there when they allowed us to training to win the Champions League against United. So it's the only place I've been in the training center for Arsenal. Sorry, United.
Just following on though from what Jack said, Pep, I think you once said ideas belong to everyone, and I've stolen as many as I could. So you're saying that, you know, Arteta and the company is saying you're an inspiration to them. You've had inspirations with Cruyff and Bielsa and Van Gaal and Saki and stuff. Do you like what Arteta has stolen or taken from you and his own stamp that he's put on it? And is there anything watching the Arsenal team that you think, oh, I've not seen that before, I like that, or that it sows a seed in your own head?
What I see in Arsenal, many things that happen belongs exclusively to Mikel and his people. There are a lot of things, a few things in character ways, and many things they do. They belong. So, but I would like to say, yeah. What they do is because I teach him. Bullshit. This belongs absolutely to the work ethic that this year's the decision I made and do it. And I want to compete with them. I want to see tomorrow how far we are about his team. How, you know, the distance we have. I know how to perform. I saw it because I was lucky to have 5 days since the last game against Wolves. Like, I have time to watch few games. A part of my people prepare me a report about what they do. And I see many things about that is because they control many aspects of the game. In the character way, for example, not just in the tactics ways, or the Alex play inside to outside, or drop a striker or not, or the movement for Saka, Martinelli, so how make a build up, or more direct, or this kind of stuff. I'm not talking just with that. It's many things to make 50 points. That is, you don't make 50 points just good build-up, or good pressing, or good crosses, or good delivers. There are many things to make 50 points in one, but I felt it, and they have it.
I just wonder though, if you took concepts that you'd learned throughout your career or you'd seen in your own philosophies, and then you evolved them or you built around them, and Arteta is clearly being influenced heavily by you and probably others. And then he's creating his own things and his own evolution. Luis Enrique did it with you at Barcelona.
Yeah.
I just wonder whether you, even though he's a lot more inexperienced with you, whether some of those people do things, Enrique or Arteta or others, that you then yourself look at and think, oh, I didn't think of that, or I like that, I might try and introduce that myself. Or
yeah, of course. So my biggest influence has been Johan Cruyff, but many things I do, I learned it. But why is it no? Because I was in Germany, and I learned many things playing with Philip Lahm or David Alaba as a fullbacks, for example, and I learned it. Yeah, of course. And I've been with all the managers I had, with Luis Van Gaal, or no, in Italy, with the managers I had, and Juan Malillo in Mexico. When I've been, I learned a lot. But after, you see your players. When we play with Erling Haaland now, or we play with Messi, as a striker, it's completely different. And the approach, the attack and defense is completely different. And the way we press, for example, when we put Julian now and Phil together in the middle, our intensity increase in the first step of pressing is huge, and other players is not. That's why Arsenal, what they do belongs to them, because the players are different. In general concept, you have to ask to Mikel, first of all, and of course the influence I had in my life right now, I talk with my staff, or see the players, or I learn a lot watching Liverpool, a lot. It's a team watch the more obvious reasons, because it was our biggest rival in the last years, and it's going to come back sooner or later, knowing the club and managers and of course players, and I learn a lot. And I try to copy something that is, I feel it. If I think, oh, I like it, I feel it, I can adapt for the players I have, I feel it. Not because they have success, I'm going to copy-paste. No. So if Mikel does what he does, I don't know, I can imagine, but I don't know, it's because I feel it. No, I would not say everything has done I learned from. I've been in England, how many years, Mikel? I've been in Germany, I am friends with PSG. I've been in Spain, I've been with the top class managers. And I'm pretty sure there are many things with them. He had it. Plus his manner, his personality, and like everyone. I have I learned, but always I have done my team to belong to me. Because I feel it, it's mine. I'm not going to say the people, no, the Sueter in Barcelona tal belongs to the previous. No. It belongs to me, in my staff, in my players. Not the guy, because every day is different and you have to talk with the players. I have to, it's not about, play this, play it here, there, that's why you're going to win 50 points. It's much complicated and difficult than that.
Last one with Paul, please, guys.
Hi, Pep. Do you still speak to Mikel often? Obviously, because you are friends.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year was the last time we spoke to him.
Because he's your rival, but you've got that friendship, I guess, that's been sustained for quite a long time.
Yeah, he's a rival. Yeah, of course it is. So tomorrow I want to beat him. He want to beat me, and he want to beat me. I know that. So, and I know both how we react when we defeat. We are not the best friends in the world. So, but from my point of view, I don't know him. My point of view, I have a huge respect as a person, as a manager. So it's not going to change when we're going to fight in the touchline. Sooner or later, it's going to happen, I guess. So when it's going to happen, that is going to change the respect I have and everything. So all I can say. Okay, thank you.